It was a little scary because it's such a different culture.
Hi guys, welcome to Chapter in Taiwan. I'm Tiffany.
And I'm Joanne. After watching short introduction about our interviewers, I was quite wondering why they chose Taiwan to stay.
Well, that's a cool thing. They all come from different backgrounds, but destiny leads them to Taiwan.
So let's see how it goes.
I'm from Berlin. That's like on the other side of the world, right? I just wanted to, I always wanted to travel somewhere else apart from my region of the world, my continent, and having this opportunity to come to Taiwan was like great. So I was like, if I can go to another country that's on the other side of the world and I can discover about another culture, that is what motivated me a lot. Yeah. And also I have some Taiwanese friends back at home and a Taiwanese teacher, and they were very nice, and I was really interested in their culture as well, and that's what motivated me.
We have ICDF and MOFA, and there's about 40 or 50 students coming each year from my country. I did know a little bit about Taiwan. I have a couple of friends that had already come before me, and I know from their experience that Taiwan is a good place to study, and it's one of the few that gives opportunity to people of my country to come study outside.
I'm happy to be here because it's really changed my life. So after the US, I went to Nicaragua and I graduated, I was working 1 year, and then one day I saw the opportunity of the scholarship. I applied and I got it. I didn't know that Taiwan is in Asia. I actually did not know much at all. I knew the country, I knew that they speak Mandarin, and I have an uncle that is Taiwanese.
Oh, really?
So I knew about him, and my dad would always say, oh, he lives in Taiwan, or he is Taiwanese. Do you think you would ever go? And I was like, when I was younger, I was like, no, why would I go to Asia? So I'm glad I was like, okay, why not? And so I did it.
When I was in high school, I applied for a scholarship to come to Taiwan. And so as a part of my scholarship, I studied Chinese for 1 year, and then I studied my undergrad. I did my undergraduate in Taiwan for 4 years. My older brother, he also came on with the same scholarship that I had. And so he told me that he really liked it, and that that it was really fun. But I didn't really know anything. I could look up some things online, but I still wasn't really. I looked up mostly tourist attractions. I didn't really know what daily life was like. So based on what he told me, I thought, okay, maybe so I had a kind of an idea, but I wasn't really sure what it was like. Yeah, so I didn't really know much about it. I knew some of the history, but not much about the daily life in Taiwan.
Ok, yo en el 2019, a través del instituto, conseguí una beca para poder estudiar en Taiwán. Fue un curso corto de 3 meses y estuve específicamente en el Yonglin Labor Institute en Guangtian. Yo creo que eso es en el sur de Taiwán. Solamente lo que son noticias, ¿verdad?, de interés sobre el país, pero prácticamente muy poco, ¿no?
I met one of my best friends. His name is Luis Guerra. The reason why I'm mentioning him is because that's when I actually realized that Taiwan is a country, Taiwan exists, and only 16% of high school graduates go to university in my country, as opposed to 90% of the people here in Taiwan. System education there and here, and I can tell for sure that that's one of them. And so I started to feel very frustrated and very angry at my situation. And I kind of felt like why life is kind of like rejecting my dream, why I'm not accomplishing what I want to do. And that's when I kind of like try to change my mind and my mindset about it. It was kind of like the hero journey for me, like going to that point in which the frustration is so much that leads you to desperately trying to change your situation. That's when I said, okay, stop. You gotta reflect about things. You have this dream of going to Taiwan, so go for it. Stop making excuses for yourself and try to accomplish it. And that's when I get like very, very serious about it. And I started doing the whole process, like getting all the papers, getting all the documents, traveling from one place to the other. It was kind of like 1.5 months that I was sleeping sometimes maybe 2 hours, 3 hours, because I had to take a bus that was 5 hours away. I had to go to a different city 5 hours away from my workplace just to get sometimes just to sign some paper. Luckily, I got the scholarship to come to Taiwan. And it's been 2 years from now, and I couldn't be happier. I couldn't be happier.
To study in Taiwan wasn't like an immediate decision. It happened gradually, I think. To me, university was never in Honduras. Like when I pictured university, I never thought of it as something I had to do in Honduras. So when my parents, when I was like in sophomore year, I think, were like, there's a big chance you're going to have to stay here in Honduras, I immediately started attending university fairs and just trying to figure a way out to move. It was after my senior year, like October after I had graduated high school, I was literally enrolled already in a university in Honduras, that my dad was like, there's this travel agency we have a friend with, and they were telling me that the Taiwanese embassy has a scholarship for Honduran students. Maybe you should look into that and apply. At the time, I had already looked into some embassies in Honduras and what scholarships they had, but nothing really fit because I needed to know the country's language. And in Honduras, there aren't many places to learn languages that are easily accessible. And if they are, they're like unbelievably expensive. It was a little scary because it's such a different culture. It's almost 18 hours away from home on plane. And it's just such a huge thing that I was like, is this something I think I can do? Especially because I'm very close to my mom and my grandma and my family. And while I've been away, I had never been away for that long of time. But I realized my need to leave was a lot bigger than that. So I just went for it. Sadly, I didn't end up getting the scholarship. I spent a year preparing for interviews and stuff, and I didn't end up getting it. And again, I was about to enroll again in the same university in Honduras when I saw an Instagram story of one of my classmates, my old high school classmates, and she was in Taipei. She's studying at Mingchun right now, and I was like, what are you doing there? Did you get the scholarship? I didn't know she was applying. And she was like, no, I didn't get the scholarship, but we did this, and this, and that's how we were able to come. Our parents were able to come. So she explained to me the whole process she did, how much she was spending and everything, and her fees and travel. And my dad and I got down to it, and we were like, okay, let's do it this way then. I really wanted to come here. Like, I had already made Taiwan my bullseye, I guess you can say. And I was like, you know what? I want to go. I want to leave. I want to learn Chinese, which is not going well, by the way, and just see this whole other culture and this a whole other side of the world that if I don't do it now, I might never actually go there. So,